Hello everyone, so the version 1.1 livestream has just ended and this is gonna be the full recap of the livestream. So, without further ado, let's go. So the first thing we have is of course the new location, which is gonna be called the Sun Ward Island. I assume you're gonna be able to go to this island via boat because I don't really see anything like a bridge connecting to this island, but expect new anomalies on this island and of course new quests as well in this island. And they also showed a lot of footage of the island, so it is pretty big. Now the next one we have is of course, the two new characters that are going to be released on version 1.1, and it's going to be Lacrimosa and Chaos. And in the stream they've actually showed a little bit of footage of both Lacrimosa and Chaos's moveset, and of course they also showed both Lacrimosa and Chaos's new cosmetics, so their outfits. So Lacrimosa has four new outfits, and then Chaos has two new outfits, and you can of course obtain them by using fonts or the gacha materials. So here is the big thing. So before, we can only invite female characters into your apartment for like special interactions, and also you can only have special interactions with female characters. Now you can actually have special interactions with both male and female characters, but there's a catch. So for example, you can't have both male and female characters in the apartment at the same time. It has to be all male characters or all female characters. For me, it's not really that big of a gripe, to be honest. You do what you want, but at least they listen to the people who really want special interactions for male characters. Now, Lacrimosa's banner is going to run from June 3rd to June 24th. So the 1.1 update is going to be officially live on June 3rd, and then Chaos is going to be live on June 24th to July 8th. Now this might be a little bit of a surprise, but they actually did some new character model optimization. So basically they tweak the designs of the characters a little bit, and here you go. So these are going to be all the new like character model optimizations. I think my favorite is definitely Shokaku. I think that's her name. She looks amazing in this new optimization. Like I can't stress this enough. She looks absolutely gorgeous in this new optimization. So I'm glad they're doing these kind of stuff because they do look really good. And of course there's going to be new arcs for both Lacrimosa and Chaos. And of course on Lacrimosa's banner, she's gonna have her own cosmetic pose like Nanali, like Hoturi. So on 50 rows she'll get the Tomato Dual Glider. At 120 rows you'll get the Ketchup Cruise livery for your car, and then on 200 pulls you get her skin New Moon Lullaby. But and of course you can get these early if you are lucky. And those two characters, Lacrimosa and Chaos, will both have new bond quests. So it seems like they are keeping the trend of having new characters have new bond quests specifically for them. So now there's gonna be a new feature in the phone, and it's gonna call the Bagel App. You can basically just sum this app like it's an Instagram or like Snapchat in real world. So you can, for example, take photos of your characters in the game, and then you can post them on the Bagel App. And by posting it on the Bagel App, you actually get reward for posting on the Bagel App. We do not yet know what the rewards are, but it's probably going to be like Anulith or fonts. So another way to get fonts and gacha materials, which is great, which is very great. It also really gives a lot of immersion to the city life of NT, because we are all influencers, bro. We are all influencers. Now big news, a new prison update where you get to fight a gang basically in the prison where they're taking over, and you have a job to defeat him. So it's basically going to be a new boss in the prison, and by defeating the boss you actually unlock a new city stamina activity. You unlock the Fight Club. But it's not an 18 plus. It's a fair and square, no hunky dory, no fucking bullshit Fight Club. So we are getting a brand new city stamina activity, but you can only unlock that new city stamina ability after you defeat the new prison boss. So be sure to do that. Be sure to do that. Now we have a brand new racing mode. So from what they told us in the live stream, you can basically infer that as like a Mario Kart kind of stuff. So on the start of the race, you basically, no holds bar, you go and get a car that you want from the selection of cars on the racetrack, and then you get a default weapon, and every single car has the same default weapon, but by doing the race, there will be like other weapons on the road, so you basically pick them up and then you can shoot other players with, like, for example, like machine guns and stuff like that, with shotguns. And this is kind of giving me a GTA vibe. I remember when I constantly get blown up in GTA 5 by sticky bombs by people. I don't know if anyone has that experience. This is giving me a little bit of that vibes, but you can infer this as like a kind of a Mario Kart mode in this game. Now here is the big thing we are waiting for. It's going to be the Porsche Collab. So the Porsche Collab brings 3 new things. So the first thing is, of course, the Porsche 918 Spider, which honestly, it looks very, very good. It looks exactly the same as the real car. And then we have a new skin for the appraiser, the female appraiser especially. Jesus Christ, that tummy, she is showing everything. And I like how they linger on her ass for like fucking 30 seconds in the live stream. By the way, they linger on her ass for 30 seconds. They know what they are doing. Now, one more thing from the collab is that there's going to be a new property. So the new property is going to be called the Pegasus Residence, and it is a GTA style apartment. Basically, it has a car elevator, which you can get your cars up. You can jerk off on the 45th floor of your building. So these are all 3 things that the Porsche Collab will have. This is actually only the phase 1 of the Porsche Collab, and there's probably going to be 3 phases of the Porsche Collab, because they also showed 2 other cars behind the Porsche 918 Spider, which is the leading collab with Porsche, with NTE. So I see the 911 and then another Porsche car. So expect more Porsche collabs in the future, guys. Expect more Porsche collab in the futures. And the way to obtain the 918 Spider and the new skin is there's going to be limited time Porsche Collab rewards that you have to do during that limited time, and I assume with that way you can obtain the Porsche 918 Spider and the new skin for the appraisers. So make sure you do not skip doing it, because this is going to be a limited time event. Now, we all heard the 1.0 update doesn't have events, right? They heard us. They said, yeah, we know. And they gave us 12 new events. So I'm just going to have a little like slideshow here, 12 new events. So let's just say they listened and they delivered. They shut us up, basically. They fucking shut us up. So 12 new events throughout the duration of 1.1. Let's just say the devs definitely listened, and there's of course going to be a new high risk commission, so a new anomaly for you to hunt. And then game optimization, they optimize the fuck out of the games. There's a full list of all the optimizations that they show in the live stream, but the best one that they introduced is the ability to fucking mute that goddamn TV ass screen motherfucker Takido. You can now mute him in story mode. By the way, it's not like a every single character thing. The only one you can mute in the story mode is Takido. They listened, guys. They listened and they finally mute that robo bitch. So now you can mute Takido in the story mode, and there's other plethora of game optimizations they introduced as well. So just take a look through all the game optimizations. I'm sure they'll be releasing that probably within these few days. So yeah, of course, gonna be daily logins for 10 limited pools. so you can get 10 limited posts by logging in for 7 days. And then there's also going to be a special gift pack when the version 1.1 release. So a lot of rewards, a lot of rewards. And then of course they also announced that they are going to be releasing NT on both Steam and Epic Game Store. Now one last thing is of course the redeem codes. Put them in the screen right now for you to enjoy. Free redeem codes, of course, and that is gonna be the full summary of the version 1.1 live stream. And they cooked, guys. They cooked. They served up a 5-star meal, a 6-course meal. So yeah, that's the end of the video. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next NT video.